Oh, there we go. I couldn't see myself. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna get into something real basic, man. Real basic. John 3:16. But it's not that. It's not that. Not basic. Because I've been running into people. I've been running into some Christians, man, and that you know how that Christian they get stuck and they just pull John 3:16. So I've been like, man, let me get into John 3:16. I know we be overlooking that as Israelites, but not everybody know it, man. Let me get watch this. I'm gonna have to be the I'm gonna be the reader and the teacher today. Cast down imaginations. All right. I'm gonna pop off with 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. So we got to cast down all imaginations. Every bringing into captivity every thought, putting everybody else's thought in headlock that goes against the true gospel, right? So let's get into John 3:16 a little bit. So God so loved the world. Hold on. Hey, I'll be driving, I'll be getting off from the plantation. There's this church. There's this church with the little billboard, the one that flashed. It says John 3:16. You see that everywhere. You see that all over the place. So we're going to see what it really means. The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So it says, so God so loved the world. That's what they always use. The world, the world. So is it talking about the whole world? There's a few ways you can cut this up real quick. You can stay in the same chapter, which I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to go to the history. I'm going to go to the history. So we're going to stay in the same chapter. We're going to jump up to the first one. Then we might go up to verse 14. Then we're going to go to the Old Testament. Then we're going to go into who is the world. Is he talking about the whole entire world, or talking about a specific world? That's what we're going to see. So look, if you go to verse 1, context, it says this chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. So now it's the context. Nicodemus, he was the leader, the ruler of the Jews. Oh yeah, shout out to all the supporters, and shout out to you haters. You wouldn't be nothing without you haters, you fake snakes and jakes. But yeah, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. And the reason why I'm doing John 3:16, it seems basic. I just got a new phone, right? I was transferring stuff over, and I was like, damn, I got hella notes, hella stuff I ain't seen in a couple of years. I forgot a lot of this stuff, so I was just going over it. I'm like, man, I need to start putting some of this stuff on wax, put it on the page where I can go back and look at it, for my own. So as I do this, I'm really refreshing my memory, teaching myself all over again. Let's not forget the thought. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. Verse 2, the same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher from God, for no man can do these miracles that thou does except God be with him. So basically, we want that first part. So this conversation is between Christ and Nicodemus, 2 Jews. So let's jump down to verse 14. This is two verses above 16, the one that Christians always pull. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. See, so now he's comparing. He said, as Moses lifted up himself in the lifting up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have eternal life. So now you would have to go back, because he's comparing the two, Moses and this situation. So now you got to go back. You got to go back to the Old Testament. Where is he referring this to? Now let's go to the book of Numbers. This is where this account is at. 21. And we're going to go to verse 5. Book of Numbers, chapter 21, and verse 5. And the people spake against God and against Moses. Wherefore have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? And as you know, this people is talking about the children of Israel. For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loatheth this light bread. So they was talking about they hated the bread that they had. Verse 6. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. So much people of Israel died. Not everybody. Much people of Israel died. And the Lord, verse 7. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpent from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten. Now, who's he talking about? This everyone. Remember from verse 6, it says, much people of the children of Israel died. And Christ is referring to this in verse 14 in John 3. So, where am I at? I'm going to start from verse 8 again. And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole, and it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. So now you see in John 3 who he's talking about, the history. He's talking about the children of Israel. So the Son of Man is going to be lifted up, and the children of Israel, who believes out of the children of Israel shall have eternal life. He's not talking about a Moabite. He's not talking about a Philistine, a Canaanite, an Edomite. He's talking about the children of Israel, the 12 tribes. So now I'm going to deal with that whosoever part too. But let me see. Let's go to John 18:20. John 18:20. And what's good with everybody, man? What's good with my people, man? Where you watching from? Where you at? Where you at with it, man? Shalom. This is a impromptu live, man. John 3:16. It ain't basic for everybody. The book of John, chapter 18, verse 20. Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world. I ever taught in the synagogue, in the temple, whether the Jews always resort, and in secret have I said nothing. So you can see what world he's talking about. He's not talking about the whole entire world. He's talking about the world of Israel, the world of the Jews. So when they pulled John 3:16, They don't know what the hell they be talking about, right? Let's get the classic Isaiah 45. You guys already know 17. Because God does not love the whole entire world, right? He only loved the children of Israel. The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So the children of Israel is a world without end. Nobody else. I think in Jeremiah, he says he's gonna make a full end of the nations. Watch this. Let me get it real quick. Let me get it real quick. Look, Jeremiah 30 and verse 11. So he says Israel's a world without end. But check this out. Jeremiah 30 and 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and I will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So he just said he's going to make a full end of all the nations where we're scattered. And as you know, we're scattered to the four corners of the earth. So them guys, all the heathens, going to get cut. But Israel's a world without end. Let me get Jeremiah 17:9. So them churches need to take John 3:16 off their damn off that little thing they be having, off their banners, you know? It's not talking about the whole world. And they use that. Everybody use that. It's funny, I was watching this little Netflix series with Vince McMahon. And if you know anything about Vince McMahon and Stone Cold and all of them, Stone Cold, he got the what's his saying? Austin 3:16. So I was a kid when that stuff came out. That was the first time I really saw that. I'm like, damn, what the hell Austin 3:16 meant? But when I looked it up, it was a flip off of John 3:16. That's why he said Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass. But that just shows you how much John 3:16 is pushed to deceive. Where was John 3:16 when they was beating your back in? Why wasn't they saying that then? So, Satan uses that to deceive. So John 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. See, he said, I pray for them. I pray for the world. So what is it, Christians? What is it? He said, love not the world, for those that are in the world, right? So Christians, you can't not use John 3:16 no more. And for a while, they wasn't using it for a while. They already knew the Israelites was banging them out with that. Then they kind of went to Galatians 3. But now it seemed like it's creeping back in. Cause I ran into a few people that try to bang me out with John 3:16. They get mad and they be like, John 3:16, buddy. John 3:16, buddy. Yeah, so you love the whole world. I recently, like a couple days ago, somebody hit me. Now we're gonna deal with the second half of John 3:16. We dealt with the world, but then they go, so whosoever, say you whosoever, bro. Whosoever mean whosoever. This dude tried to bang me with that. So we're gonna deal with the whosoever. I thought John 3:16 was dead until this last couple weeks. I've been hearing it lately, So let's deal with the whosoever part. Let's go to, and these is basically classics for you that have been in this walk You know, you usually learn how to slay John 3:16 right when you come in the truth. And Shalom, Neph King. Shalom. But yeah, you usually learn how to slay John 3:16 your first week in the truth. You know? Um, let's go to 21. Usually we'll slay them just like this. Acts 2:21. Be like, whosoever, right? They be like, yeah. So look, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call in the name of the Lord shall be saved. So I'm like, right. You know, they'd be like, right, yeah, to whosoever, yeah. Then you keep reading, verse 22. Here comes the cut. What did bro say? Straight banging on these. Right, Sean LaVelle. All praises. Ye men of Israel. Then they're cut. And you see, now they looking dumb. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. That's who it's talking about. Whosoever the children of Israel. So let's look. Let me tell you how I banged the dude out. This little coon at my job. So I left the plantation, and he be always trying to save everybody. It don't matter what Jesus looked like and all that. So look, he tried to go with the whosoever part. Boom. And then so we were in the lunchroom at the time. So I was like, look, bro. I was like, if I put something in the refrigerator, right? And say there's 10 people in this lunchroom. And I'd be like, hey, all y'all can have some. Say if I got like some pop or something, big ass 2-liter. I'd be like, hey, all y'all can get some of this. Matter of fact, I know, hold on, I'm gonna get to that part. I said, all y'all can get some of my pop, whosoever in here. So there's another store next door, right? Do that mean they can come in and get some of it? Bro, I didn't just imagine somebody else come in from the next door and he's trying to open up. We're gonna be looking at him crazy. You know, he could be like, look, bro, I said I heard you say whosoever. No, bro, I'm talking about my team. I'm talking about my guys. And what was so funny that day was we was having like a safety barbecue. We was having a safety barbecue for our little squad. And I was like, bro, you have a fit in matter of fact, they posted it up. They posted the barbecue up, like, you know, the time and everything. They posted it. This what time the barbecue is gonna be, and who it was for us, because we had, you know how you get them little we had 30 days of safety. So it was us. It wasn't nobody else. We did it. My team did it, you know, which is a team of like 20 people. We had this safety barbecue because of the so-called good work we did being safe. So I was telling him, I was like, bro, if somebody else, even next door or outside of our team, came to try to get some of this barbecue that we being granted with for our safety, and it says whosoever. It didn't say whosoever, but it was talking about my squad. Basically, it could have said that. And he was like, he didn't have nothing to say. He didn't have nothing to say. He was just like looking like, damn. He gave me that look like, damn, I gotta go back to the drawing board. But you know, Jake is so wicked. They don't want to. They got pride. They don't want to admit. Let me. Matter of fact, while we're in John 3, let's get this real quick. Where's it at? It said, I want the he loved darkness. I think it's 19. John 3 and verse 19. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. So he wanted to stay in the dark, you know? Because why wouldn't you? He didn't want that answer. He thought about it and it was making sense. He's like, damn, that shit making sense. I want to stay in the dark. I want to stay wicked. So you know what? I might just walk away from this conversation. And that's what he did. But he always come back. Because we was talking about the little voting stuff. And he was like, show me into seeing the vote. You know, I gave him the classic. That's another class, but I gave him Deuteronomy 17:15, you know, where you're not supposed to put a stranger up over your brethren. You're supposed to vote for your brethren or whatever. You know, you guys know the script. But if you don't, Deuteronomy 17:15, you know, it basically self-explanatory. We could go into another time. But he was like, I don't see it. I'm like, bro, well, this truth ain't for everybody. you know, like, and you choosing not to see it because you're in the dark. You can't see, brother. Turn the light on. Turn the light switch on. Quit being prideful. Humble down. And your boy G-Bar will teach you and show you the way. Other than that, stay a coon. Die with your enemy. And that's that. Love your work, bro. Straight banging on these damn demons. Yeah, we bang on these demons, man. So let's get back to that whosoever. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Right? It's talking about the children of Israel. It wasn't talking about everybody. Let me show you something else. Let's get the wisdom of Solomon. Let's get more in the world. Because you guys know the ephod that the priest wore. You know that little ephod with the little birthstones. Watch this. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 24. For in the lone garment was the whole world. So it said in the thing that the priest wore, the ephod, was the whole world. Who was on that? If you go back to Exodus chapter 28, where Most High gave it to him, gave it to Aaron, right? And that the priest wore, who was in there? It was the children of Israel. Let's read some more. And the 4 rows, remember 4, 4, 4, until it got to 12, right? Of the stones was the glory of the Father's graven in thy majesty upon the diadem of his head. So it says in that ephod was the whole world. And you don't think Nicodemus knew about this? And of course Christ, you know, they was referenced that. So God so loved the whole world that was in that ephod, the 12 tribes of Israel. Watch this. Let's get the classic. Let's get it. These are all classics to me. May not be classics to you, but I keep saying classic because they're classics. I've been hitting demons upside their damn head so long with these. I call it classics. Watch this. 2nd Esdras 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. See, we all come from him, and the people from thou hast chosen. Those people that he has chosen, that is the world that only matters. 55. And all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. So the world's only made for the children of Israel. Watch this. As for the other people, because people might be saying, hold on, what's wrong? What's up with the other people? What's the other people here for? Which also come from Adam. Thou hast said that they are nothing. So your homeboy at the job, that may be an Edomite, your boss, give you a raise, help you out. What is he? He is nothing. Right? Where am I at? That said, hold on. I'm on 56. As for the other people, which also came of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that fall from a vessel. So it says they are like spit. They are spit. The other people, the other nations, that's your East Indians, that's your Asians, that's your Africans, that's your Arabs, your white man, whoever I miss outside the 12 tribes, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they are like spittle. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Let me see how long I've been on this thing. 25 minutes. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. on why the other people are here too. Let's get one more on why the other people are here too. Leviticus 25. Cause why else they're nothing, but why are they here? They're gonna be servants. They're gonna be servants. Why those people are natural, or they're like slaves on the loose right now until we round them up. Leviticus 25, and let's start at 43. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but thou shalt fear thy God. It's talking about your brother. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy. See? And of them, and of their families that are with you, which they begot in your land, and they shall be your possessions. So the children, the heathen's gonna be your possessions. The heathen's gonna be, that's who you're gonna buy and you're gonna sell back and forth. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall not rule one over another with rigor. So the heathen, we're going to rule over them forever. So that's basically why they was made. They're just slaves on the loose, man. I know that hurts. You know, a lot of people's heart because you love the heathen. But hey, that's what it is. So that's basically John 3:16. That's John 3:16. Anybody don't got no questions, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up. But hey, that's John 3:16. The world is talking about the children of Israel. The whosoever is talking about the children of Israel. The heathen. You guys will. Matter of fact, let me get another script before I close out. I was looking at this earlier. I was like, "Ooh, this is a banger." Psalms 110 in verse. Let me see. Oh, that's 109. Hold on. Psalm 110. I was about to say, oh, that's not what it say. Okay, look. Psalm 110 in verse 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. So he's going to strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. So the Most High, Christ, when he come back, when Christ come back, this is the second coming. It says he's going to wound the head of the heathens. He just got things in power. Donald Trump, Putin, you know, who knows? They might not be in power when Christ come back, but if they are, whoever is at the head of these countries, Christ's gonna run through them, right? He's gonna run through them. So, is that love? Right? No, that's not love to them. So, yeah, I'm at my 30-minute mark. You know, just throw up this little quick little John 3:16, what it really mean. You know, so on recap, it does not mean the whole world. And yeah, and with that, I say shalom.